It's October when you're seeing this. It's not October now when I'm filming this, but you know, not the point. I have a stack of decks that I'm hoping to use. We're just going to start with this one. This is the Anne Stokes Gothic Tarot. These are the backs. This was probably this was the third tarot deck that I ever owned, and I never read with it because it's a pip deck. And I really need to learn how to read pips, but I see a pip card and my brain, even though I've been reading tarot for like 4 years, my brain just goes blank. Last year, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to work this because it's Halloween and it's spooky vibes. And then I literally didn't end up reading it all in October. So maybe this is the lovers. These cute little dragons. Swords or dragons in this deck. I was going to see if I could find... actually, sorry, those are the wands. Wands are dragons. Swords are feathers. Pentacles are skulls. And then cups are vampires, and it's actually the number of bats and not the number of cups. But yeah, this is also, let's see if I can, so this is like the literary tarot. It's also smaller than standard tarot size. And yeah, I've had this deck literally since 2019. No, 2020. And I barely read with it. So maybe, hopefully, this year. This is not going to be in any order. I decided that cryptids need to come out this October. Cryptids are basically spookies, right? So these are the backs. If you've not seen this little cute pocket oracle, it's just so adorable. And I'm very excited. I've read this one before in the past. I know it's a really good, decent reader for me. I love these little creatures so much, and I like the idea of having something that's not just like straight, you know, spookies. It's a little cuter. Next, in the very much spookies, we have the Corrupted Tarot by Wormwood Gaming. I absolutely love this deck. These are the backs. Mine is just the standard edition. I knew there was a limited edition that also had foiling, that had gilding on, the foiling details on the, this is my least favorite card in the deck, that's funny. Anyway, this is a, collaboration deck, so each card is made of an artist, and I love this deck so much. Like, do I have severe problems with Wormwood and the, CEO? Yes. Yes, I do. But I got this deck before then, and I love this deck so much. And also, the artist did such a good job, other than that Page of Pentacles. I'm not going to talk about that artist, but, you know, I also have fun with them. I also decided that I needed some plant vibes for this October, which is why I'm pulling out the Seed Sickle. I know that these are the backs. I know that the biggest complaint about this deck is that it has no keywords on the actual cards, and you have to get into the guidebook. I think it was Marla and Teresa. Maybe it wasn't. It was either her, or it was either Marla and Teresa, or it was Krista from Crochet Witch, recently put on the back keywords. I still really like this deck, even though, again, I have to, like, constantly go into the guidebooks for this. But yeah, it's also been funny because I've been adding flowers in my own deck that I'm making. And so it's been funny looking through this recently and being like, I have that flower in my deck, and I have that flower in my deck. I also don't know if anyone else... So there's 2 guidebooks in this, and I don't know if anybody else only ends up really using this one, or if it's just me. I really want to use this one more. But, like, the thing is like, maybe I should, like, with my, you know, Oracle deck project, or also NaNoWriMo coming up, so, like, maybe I will get into this a little bit more in October as we head into National Novel Writing Month, and then also the fact that I'm working on Oracle deck. But I find that I don't end up using the Dawn guidebook very often. But this is the Seed and Sickle. So far, well, actually, that's not true. I was about to say so far they've all been mass market, but that's not true. 2 of them are, it's been half and half. My bad. Now, There's no surprise, I don't think, that of course I'm also pulling out Sins of the Witch, Samhain. I don't know anyone that has the stack that won't be pulling it out. These are the Gildan, and these are the back. I don't know why. I'm showing it off as if, again, like, anyone hasn't already seen this deck before. But yeah, no, obviously, with it being October and Samhain being right around the corner, it is coming out. I also typically find that I work with this one through to Yule, to December. I don't know if that's going to be the case this year. Might be, might be not. We'll see. But yeah. Hello, Garrick. Sorry, I had to edit my roommate's cat out of that shot. Sorry, this was not in my stack. I had to pull it out. This is the Horror Tarot by Inside Editions, art by Abigail Larson, who also did the Darkwood Tarot. This is just absolutely, I'm obsessed with this deck. I'm not gonna lie. It's really funny. When I was like, when this deck came out last year, I was like, oh my gosh, I want it. But I wasn't sure about the Pentacle suit. And now, of course, now it's not going to show up any of the Pentacles, probably. Because it felt a little bit more pippy to me than the rest of the deck. See, like this one. But, like, this still actually totally reads where it sits to me. Even though, again, like, or like this, you know. Like, I can still read it, but, like, I don't know. It felt more pippy to me, and like I said, I don't really work with crypt decks. And, but then I was rewatching Dawn's gaming video, and she was like, it's my Castlevania deck. And I was like, she's not wrong, and now I need it. Because I'm obsessed with vampires. I cannot stress that enough. So yeah, so I have this now. I'm very excited. I don't remember if I showed the backs or not. So then, this one's probably going to be a little like, out of left field a little bit. But also it makes sense. It makes sense to me. And that is the Sugar Skull Tarot. The reason this makes sense to me is because Halloween is also, like, Day of the Dead. Like, of course, pulling out this deck would also make sense. I love this deck. This is a modified. I've also started to kind of, you can probably not tell, I've started to edge it, but I've not finished it. I'm very slowly edging it. I completely trimmed it to make it borderless. If you want to see a video on a modification of this, Dawn Michelle has one, because literally I watched that video and I think like 2 days later bought this just so I could trim it. Because I thought that it was so cute. Dawn's Little Pocket edition of this deck. And I'm just, like, this High Priestess is, and I love the color. I like the idea of, like, having something a little more, like, not as dark and heavy, that also still screams fall. I don't know. But also, I love this deck so much. Like, it's such, like, yeah, it's just an Artie West clone, but, like, there's so much absolute. It also has, let me see if I can find it. It has my favorite, well, it has one of my favorite Six of Cups. Like, there's something about, like, her watching these kids play that I love. But then also, if I can find it, it also has my favorite, like, Knight of Pentacles in a deck. If I can, again, I'm probably not going to be able to find him now. Oh, here he is. I love him, and I love her, and I like the horse, and, like, it's so nice. I really like it. I like this deck. These are the backs. They're not even again, because, like, I trimmed it. But yeah, those are the decks that sorry, I was making sure I didn't forget one, because my brain was like, I have 4, because normally I try to pick an even number of Tarot and Oracle, but I didn't, because I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to end up using and Strokes, so I just decided to go 3 and 3. I don't know why I like 3 as a number for the number of Oracle and Tarot I grab, even though I know that, like, there's 4 weeks in a month. I don't know, it's just the number I end up picking more times than not. But yeah, I already have sort of an idea of what I might use in November, I'm not going to lie. But obviously, that is still a long way away, because it's now just October. But yeah, let me know what spooky decks you plan on using, if you're planning on using any spooky decks. Which decks am I using that you're also using that would be cool. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of whatever time it is that you're currently watching this, and I'll see you next time.